Alright, so I'm going to be going over just a couple things that I've noticed on the Stellar network that the XRP ledger seems to be lacking. And I've just recently started looking into these things and have known about them for a while and feel like I haven't quite missed it, but it seems like there's definitely more opportunity here as far as passive income goes compared to the XRP ledger at this current time. So I'm just going to be going over just like basic things that I've seen on the Stellar decentralized exchange. So the first thing is Stronghold token, or the SHX token. Um, I've just recently been watching some of the price action. This is a weekly chart that you're looking at here. The price right here is 0.0586 XLM. Okay, so everything on the decentralized exchange is going to be priced in XLM or whatever it's paired to. There's different pairings on the market, and you can see that like they're not, USDC, ZUSDs. So there's different pairings where you it's kind of like it's a lot more decentralized of an exchange than the XRP ledger has. There's more options. There's more interoperability between coins. So that's one thing that I've noticed. And going back to Stronghold, this is a payments processing company. They are kind of comparable to like Square Pay, or there's some other bigger ones. Square Pay is pretty big, but it's just a mobile payment platform to where people can use their cell phone, or they can use like a tablet or an iPad to process credit card payments or debit card payments mobily. Um, the reason that I feel like Stronghold is a worth taking a second look at if you haven't already is because their tokenomics are very interesting. I'm not going to go like full into them. You can access their white paper on their website, but like, as you can see, it's a mobile payment platform. Every time they process an ACH payment, it burns some of the SHX supply. So it's a very good deflationary tokenomic, or kind of platform being built similar to XRP. But yeah, there's definitely look at it. I feel like looking at the chart, it has flipped this like kind of level that it's at right now. This is a weekly chart, but you can go back and you can see that in the past it has had a hard time breaking this zero point 0.05 XLM level. And even here it was a major resistance. It broke above it a few times, but it ultimately couldn't hold. And now here, as we can see, it appears that this previous resistance has turned into a support. You look at some of the shorter time frames here. The 1 hour chart is, it's showing a pretty good support here at this 0.05 XLM level, and it has broken above it and hit some pretty good highs here, and it's looking like some consolidation has been happening. Just a couple days ago, I was pleased to see it. It was pumping a bit, so yeah, I feel like this could be smart money moving in to potentially be, or potentially moving in for a bigger move that's coming. one of the main things that has put me on to this, that I will point out, is they're partnered with IBM to make a stable coin. You can go fact check that. That's well-known information. And they were, see if I can find it here, they were listed in a top 50 list, like a Forbes list somewhere. Let's see here. I think it was just on their main page. Anyway, I'll be moving on from this very shortly. Probably getting kind of boring. So here's just saying some of the companies I've worked with. Very big companies, very well known. Blade, that's another mobile payment processing company. Yeah, I mean, just do your own due diligence as always, but this, I feel like, is a very good opportunity, especially considering that these networks, my mouse, so sorry. My dog sheds its hair in my mouse and it doesn't work. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna move on from this now. So there is SHX. This is, I'm a little more interested in seeing how this is gonna play out. This is Aquarius network. This is their Aqua token, also on the Stellar network. What this is it's a governance and voting or liquidity management protocol. It's the main governance for the liquidity and the automated market makers on the Stellar network. And what really intrigued me here is the opportunity for passive income with Aquarius. It's right now very, very low. A tenth of a cent is the current value, 0.009 XLM. So basically 10 XLM will get you about 11 of these. What you can do with your Aqua tokens is you can go and you can vote on pairs that will be added to the Stellar Network's automated market maker, to their AMM. And as you can see, you'll be getting paid back Aqua after you vote. So as you can see, I was kind of messing around with it a little bit, and I've tested this out and I've been receiving Aqua payments back, and I'm actually pretty pleased with how this has been working for me so far. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the networks and tokens that you should probably pay pretty close attention to if you're interested in liquidity, and especially how these utility coins are building their ecosystems. Aquarius seems to be a very big part of what's going on with the Stellar network. And as you can see from, let's see, rewards, right now there's a current daily reward of 7 million Aqua for holding your Aqua in a AMM. Like, see, I have some held in the XLM Aqua AMM, and I'm getting paid a percentage of this 322,000 Aqua every hour they pay out. And for the SDEX daily reward, that's providing reward for people. It's an incentive to be a market maker. It wants market makers. They want more open orders on the Stellar network. It'll help it grow. So basically what you need to do is just go over onto one of the decentralized exchanges and just put a limit order in. A limit order to sell or a limit order to buy, one of the two. And, just put it somewhere where it won't go through, or, maybe if it is a price that you're willing to let it go, just forget about it, and you'll be receiving rewards on top of it. So that's basically kind of all I wanted to go over today. And for anybody that sees this video, if you want to maybe throw a like up and subscribe, it would help me out a lot. I'm going to be trying to push out some more content as the time moves on. I've just been kind of busy with some personal stuff, and like finals and I'm in college taking some courses. So as soon as I'm done with all that, I'll be pushing out some more information, some things that I come across. But until then, yeah, leave a comment also if you found any other opportunities for passive income. That's one thing that I'm very interested in, is having a different kind of diversifying my portfolio basically, and having the opportunity to just like grow it while not having to maintain it. And it seems like that's what I found here with the Aquarius network. So one more thing I want to go over quickly is I want to, if it'll ever come up. I don't know what's going on. Having technical difficulties. Jesus. What's that? There we go. It'll work. Just wanted to look at the XRP price here, because the XRP price has been not that great lately, but also since up here, it was more with Bitcoin, I was following a head and shoulder pattern. I saw this cup form here on the hourly chart, and since then I've been following this, I believe to be a shoulder for an inverse head and shoulder pattern. And Bitcoin, I mean, it could definitely, it has a very obvious neckline. As you can see, there's what could be considered a neckline there, but not really quite as much of the shoulders over here. But you could still call those like a complex. You could call this a complex inverted head and shoulder, especially when you look at some of the larger time frames. So like the 1 day. Looking at it, looks like shit. Oh wait, no, that was the daily on XRP. But as I was saying, the 1 day on XRP is actually kind of a little more defined here. You can see we definitely have a shoulder. If you want to call this a shoulder, I'd call it a shoulder. It's just kind of broken up, really volatile, more defined shoulder here. And we could definitely still make a neckline here with this move. So this would not surprise me in the least bit if this is what was going on. I mean, what a better way to shake people out than a massive inverted head and shoulders, because it's going to look bearish on the shorter time frames. Even on the hourlies, it's going to come out, and some people are going to look at it as bearish on, they're going to, like, oh, this is potentially a bear flag here, like drop here, consolidation. Yeah, that could happen. We could drop back down here and test this downtrending support here, and hey, if it happens, it happens. I'll probably just stack up more, but I'm really watching to see what happens in the next couple days here. And all I did with this line right here is I just cloned this shoulder and I put it up, moved it over here. So I didn't really adjust it much. I just kind of moved it in, and I could put it right there, and I could very well see the breakout happening right here, up this shoulder. But we could form another one. All we want to really see here is that it stays true to this neckline. If it bounces off, if we come up here and bounce off of this, we want to make sure that it tries to come back and retest it, sometime in the end of May. We would want to see a retest on this neckline. So I'll be keeping an eye out on this, and I know there's some people that kind of have been paying attention to some of my analysis here, and I've been a little bit busy with other stuff, so I haven't been able to keep up with it as much, but this is kind of what I've been looking at here. So yeah, I still see a massive inverted head and shoulder, and you know, I'm not one to analyze, so I could be way off, completely wrong here, but this is looking to me like it's still on a bullish momentum, and we're still on an upward trend like we have been. I'm not talking about here. This is not, no, we're on an upward trend for like, let's look at this monthly chart here. What's a monthly chart showing us? Monthly chart shows us that we've been on an upward trend since the beginning of XRP. So I don't know what everybody's freaking out about. This thing's been going up. It's been going up since the beginning of its inception. We're positive from 2 years ago. Look at this. Look at this. People hate this. People hate to even think about this. Look at this. 2022. 2022. Look at this. This is where you should have been buying. This is where I started following XRP, was down here. We could retest this. Like, people don't understand that we could retest this, and I wouldn't care. You know, if we start dropping below it, then I might start, you know, I might start getting a little upset. But you know, if you know what you hold, you wouldn't be worried about it at all. So that's all I got. And yeah, everybody, thanks for tuning in if you did, and yeah, check out some of those opportunities. I feel like there's some serious potential there, and I'll be dropping in to update how my positions have gone as far as trying to receive some of those rewards. So yeah, thanks again.